Welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle, guys. So today we have a really interesting match here. This match was honestly really fun. I seen my opponent's team and I decided to lead off with my Doug trio as the best match, but towards the end of the battle, it was just down to our MEDICHAMs and luck. But we're gonna go ahead and start off here with a Skuntank. My opponent leading off with a shiny Skuntank here, looking really clean, and I lead off with my triplets Doug trio here. So I figured this would be the best matchup just because from looking at his team, Doug trio is a grass Terra, and I feel like I could do a lot of damage to the mons that he brought with him. So I get an easy kill right here and get a one-shot KO since I have Arena Trap on that Skuntank using Earthquake. So I'm looking at a pretty good matchup right now at 5-6. And he brings in an Appleton, so obviously I can't stay in with the Appleton. I'm choice banded. I won't really be able to do much damage to this thing. So I anticipate possibly the Leech Seed, so I go ahead and switch into my Daisy thinking he's going to go for the Leech Seed, but he doesn't. He actually goes for an attack. I believe he uses Apple Acid, so that's totally fine. At least now I get a free switch in to another Mon because I don't really have anything for this Appleton with my Daisy Lilligant. So I switch into my Nurse Joy Chansey just because she's a special defense wall with the HP, obviously. She can't take any physical attacks, but I know Appleton is a special attacker. So I go ahead and switch into the Chansey here so I can try and start causing some shenanigans. I want a T-Wave anticipating a switch in, but he doesn't switch in. So it's pretty interesting. It does come in clutch later in the match, as you'll see. But for right now, he does get paralyzed. He does go ahead and go for the Leech Seed, which I had anticipated. Just didn't quite predict that correctly, and then I set up my Stealth Rocks. I figure this is a free turn to set up my rocks, and his team is not really going to like rocks, especially since he's carrying some mons that could be potentially carrying a Focus Sash or maybe needing, full health and be healthy in order to pull off some shenanigans. So this will limit the switch-ins here and there by setting up the rocks, and he does actually end up switching out to the Ursaring. Now with the Ursaring, this is a pretty interesting play. So I figured he's going to go for a physical attack, either as a normal attack or either a fighting type attack, considering that'd be super effective, or even if he went for a normal attack with the stab boost and the guts boost, he's definitely going to take out my Nurse Joy, considering she's not physically defensive. So I did switch out to the Spirit Tomb Jacob Marley, thinking that he would go for one or the other, but he goes for Trailblaze. So this ends up looking very scary, but Jacob Marley is honestly so defensive. Even though he has low HP, he's very defensive. He can take some hits, and I even have an Iapapa Berry on him, just so that way he can just, regain some health, be a little bit of annoying, get off some Will-O-Wisp, some Pain Splits if needed. So I do end up going for the Pain Split here. It takes up a pretty big chunk of damage off that Ursaring, and I get pretty much all my health back here at this point. And I know that I can use another Pain Split, so I end up going for that, end up using Pain Split. He goes for another Earthquake. I end up surviving, which I know I would have, unless he got a crit. If he got a crit, that would have looked bad, but Pain Split will bring him down in range enough for my Sucker Punch to potentially take him out, or at least put him in range for the burn to take him out, which you'll see here. That's exactly what happens. Sucker Punch brings him down to red, and that burn is going to take him out. That Earthquake will take me out, and just an eye for an eye here, man. I'm not scared of the setups. I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and take this thing out. But anyway, so now I'm going to go back in with the Saggy Boobs here. I want to go ahead and try and get a fake out or even just another kill here. I know Saggy Boobs is going to be able to do some heavy damage on the team, even towards that Veluza. If that Veluza were to come in, that's going to take some pretty significant damage regardless of what I do. So I think, Frostmoth is pretty slow here. He may be predicting the fake out, and I don't know what he's going to want to do with this Frostmoth, but I just thought, let me just kill this thing. I'm going to go ahead and use Axe Kick and take it out. It's a one-hit KO. This thing's defense, I think it's like 60, the physical defense, so Axe Kick will definitely take him out, especially with my Pure Power ability, doubling my attack stats. So that's exactly what happens here, and I get a one-hit KO. So things are looking pretty good on my end. My opponent is down quite a few mons, and I still have almost my full team. I think at this point I have 5 mons and my opponent has 3 mons. So I'm going to switch in here to the Nurse Joy just because I know that she's done what she's needed. I don't really need her anymore at this point. with the mons that he has left on his team. So I do want to sack this thing off to get a free switch in. She set up her Stealth Rock. She'll be with us in spirit. She won't be going anywhere. Obviously, she's dead, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so I do get a free switch in here, and I'm thinking, okay, let me go for the Alexandria. Based off the mons he has left, nothing's going to want to take a T-Bolt to the face. Is going to do some pretty heavy damage. And if he does end up staying in, I know I can take a Psycho Cut to the face and be able to survive that, at least on yellow. So I go for the T-Bolt here, and that's exactly what ends up happening. He goes for the Psycho Cut, I survive, and I kill this thing. And he only has now a Appleton and a Medicham, so he's going to bring in the Appleton. Now, at this point, this is where things get really, really interesting with the Appleton, because he has Ripened, Citrus Berry, and I have some screens up. So I get my screens, he ends up playing some shenanigans, and things get really, really spicy. So I want to let you guys enjoy this piece of the match, enjoy some of the music in the background, and just, there's no words that need to be said from this point moving forward. You're going to see what I mean. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.